Hey, good morning and welcome to Hobby Evolution. I think it's episode 164. Good morning and happy Monday. Back to work Monday. We're in the middle. We're in like the dog days of winter, mid January in Wisconsin. So, what I wanted to share today is yesterday I accomplished averaging 50 eBay sales per day over the last 90 days. And Texas Card Dude, what's happening? Good morning, Brad. So I just wanted to share some tips on how I reached that milestone, 4,500 eBay sales in the last 90 days. It went up. I had some auctions end last night, so it's up to like 4,520 over the last 90 days. So I wish there was one or two tips that I could share, like a magic key, but there is no magic key. When I made the transition from broadcasting into sales, one of the first things that my boss told me was there is no magic key, and how right he was. You can read books, you can listen to me ramble, you can listen to others on social media and YouTube or wherever, but there's not just one magic key. Those tips, books, others can lead you down the right path, but it all comes down to many different things. Zach says you got your name out there and made it easy to buy. Boom science. Yeah. So I guess it was a perfect 2020 was a perfect storm for eBay sales. And you see behind me all of the cards, and sitting on that partially led to the boom in sales. Normally, I am a big proponent of rip and flip. I don't like sitting on prospects. I don't like holding cards for a later date in hopes of, a single A prospect hitting his stride in 3 years and breaking out and, doing the whole prospecting game. I do on a very, very small basis, but I don't sink too much money into the prospecting game. I like to, when I buy cards, I like to just, keep the Cubs cards and sell the rest. Boom. And sometimes that will burn me, and sometimes, it's a great thing. Holding on to all of this, 2 million cards total down here helped a lot. Having the inventory and time is the biggest factor. Texas Card Dude in the chat says ground and pound, get your hands dirty. And actually, Brad was one of the inspirations to really allowing me to kick it into an extra gear over the last few months. One of Brad, Texas Card Dude's early podcasts, he said, and I've heard him repeat it a couple times, feed the beast. And I really took that, and I really used that as inspiration to list every day. In the morning before work, my coffee's brewing, I'm logged in, getting my day started. I've got 4 or 5 cards. Boom, boom, boom. Lunch break, 5 or 6 cards listing in my eBay store. We started watching The Flight Attendant on HBO Max last night. We watched, I think, 2 episodes. I'm on the couch. Awesome show. But I love to multitask. And I'm on the couch and I'm listing 30, 40 cards while watching Netflix. And I do that every day. Just like Brad says, feed the beast. And I try to do that in any spare time that I have. And fortunately, or unfortunately, 2020 led to a lot of extra free time. And that kind of led me to feed the beast and list. But I had the inventory. I had, 2 million cards. I could pull a box from the shelf, and boom, I've got a row of cards I can list on eBay for 99 cents to, sometimes up to $10. And I found cards. I started learning the basketball game and pulled out some boxes and pulled some really good cards. One of the in here, my own motivation, within the last month or two, I've tried to treat. I started running my daily. For the fourth quarter, I set myself a goal to reach X amount of dollars in net sales per day, per business day, and I more than doubled that in the fourth quarter. So I increased that goal here for first quarter 2021. And then at some point in 2020, midway through the fourth quarter, I decided I want to treat this as, even though this is what I do in my spare time, it's not my full-time job, but I want to treat it like it is. So in my part-time, in my spare time after work, I want to make enough money to, be like like I have to make this money to put food on the table. So I treat the eBay sales like it's feeding my family, even though it's going to a bank account and it's sitting there right now. But when cards pop up, I can use my card money when I can get to a show again. But I'm treating it like it's my only job, my only source of income, even though it's not. It's going to be play money in the hobby. But I treat it like this is what I live on. And if I don't list X amount of cards per day, I'm not going to make X amount of sales per day. And I'm not going to be able to, buy food this week. And I know that seems a little morbid, but that's part of the motivation to keep me, moving and listing. And as Brad says, feed the beast. So let's see. Let's go back to the chat. Zach, your Jamarcus Russell or other bust sales show that if you list, people will buy. That's a great point. Don't underestimate cards right now. 2 years ago, Jamarcus Russell, he may have sold. I've been selling a bunch of Tim Couch cards. Some of those busts have that name recognition, and Greg Oden. I've sold some Greg Oden cards, and they're 99-cent sales, and the profit margin on a 99-cent free shipping is very small, like 15 cents. But doing it in bulk, those sales add up, and the goal is not to make 99-cent sales on single transactions. The goal is in my volume discounts to get people in on maybe a hot prospect that's in my store, or maybe they are looking for Tim Couch and they see I have 25 Tim Couch cards listed and they're going to buy 20 of them. So it's a $20 sale as opposed to a 99-cent sale. Or in my variation listings, I just sold a bunch of Prism basketball, 99 cents each, commons. I sold like 30 of them. So it's in those sales, and also the variation listings, can lead to set builders and buying, but you can't list like 87 tops or even tops base at 99 cents. 99 cents is the lowest eBay will allow. So you really have to pick and choose what your variation listings will be to garner enough sales to make it, worth the time spent in sorting and creating those variation listings. So an example of what I have. Now, don't overvalue your cards either. I have hundreds and hundreds of 1974 Topps baseball, and they're in decent condition, VG to EX. But for the most part, unless it's a star, it's a 99-cent card. Some of them may have sold for $2, $2.50, but I don't want to overvalue it, and I know I can move it a lot faster at 99 cents and hope that they buy a whole stack of 74 Topps, or they find some other cards in my store and they bulk buy. So you don't want to overvalue, and that's one of the key components in my speed of listing. And I think somebody, it might have been Brad, it might have been Herman. Herman, by the way, good morning. I don't know if I said hi. Was talking about speed of listing, and I can get my probably the quickest listing I can do in about 40 seconds, maybe 45 seconds. And that's if it's a 99-cent card and, say it's a 1982 Topps Mike Schmidt. I know I'm going to sell this Mike Schmidt at 99 cents. I don't need to look at comps. I can boom, take a picture, list. The item description auto populates from the some of the components in the listing as well as the title, so I don't even need to touch it. Set the price 99 cents, free shipping, submit now, 40 seconds. Now, if it's basketball cards, I'm not familiar. Baseball I have down. But a basketball card, it may take me a little longer. It may take me a couple minutes because I'm going to comp it out and see, is this mid-90s Shaquille O'Neal insert, is it a more desired insert, or is it just, a run-of-the-mill insert card that, is going to go in at 99 cents? What are the comps? So I look, Shaquille O'Neal mid-90s insert, the last couple have sold for $2 or $3. I'm pricing it at 99 cents. I don't care if the comps are $2 or $3, but that changes if it's a hot prospect. If, say a Ronald Acuna card, comps are $2, $3, I'm going to price mine pretty competitively around that $2, $2.50 mark, right around the lowest sold price, is how I'm going to comp that out. But if it's a 1982 Topps, last sold $2 to $3, I'm pricing it at 99 cents because there are a lot less eyes looking for a 1982 Topps as opposed to a hot player currently playing in, say, a Ronald Acuna. So that's kind of how I comp it out. And so some listings will take me longer. If I do a stack of cards that I know I'm going to price at 99 cents, I'm like a machine, just turning them out, burning and turning and burning. 99 cents free shipping, 99 cents free shipping. But then when I grab a pile of basketball cards, like the premium stocks that I have, the Pulsars, now I'm comping it out. We're in season. There's guys that my initial set where I was selling, I undersold, like Kevin Durant. They've been moving $3 to $5 like clockwork. The first set, I priced them by it now 99 cents. I lost out on a couple bucks. Same with some players like Christian Wood. I don't know much about him. He's selling for about $3. I was pricing those out at 99 cents. So some of the basketball, I'm still, getting used to the market and pricing those cards out. But that's the key is in pricing is that's what saves me time, is a lot of the cards I know it's going to be a 99 cents free shipping listing. And that's how I can churn those out in 40 to 45 seconds. I'm going to go back to the chat here. We talked about Jamarcus Russell. My wife won't let me do that. Haha. Always ask, are you even watching this? So yeah. See that my wife and I are both like multitaskers, and neither of us can actually put our devices down and watch a show. My wife's in real estate, does a lot of the marketing. She's always working on the website and creating like graphics, and she's always working at night in front of the TV, and I kind of do the same. If I'm not on Twitter, I'm listing cards on eBay. So neither of us are really we're not devoting 100% of our attention to what we're watching on Netflix. 3B has watched a movie with my wife too. Zach says, I'm shocked when Bo says he can multitask. I need to lead my example and make sure my 7-year-old focuses on the movie. That's a great point. That's another thing. I don't have kids. That allows me great freedom to list cards on eBay. That's probably the biggest key factor in all of this is no kids. It's me and my wife, and our dog that is not needy. We also have a dog that just lays on the couch, and uh, when it's warm, she wants to go out and play once or twice a day, and that's it. Otherwise, she's just hanging out on the couch with us. So no kids is huge, which allows a lot more freedom in doing this. Herman's at about 5 to 7 minutes per. Herman, are you using the app on your phone for eBay listings, or are you using a desktop? I use my app, my phone, and it is super smooth. And I'm not sure if, so Texas car dude, I'm at about 5 per 45 minutes. Ken's with us. Good morning, Ken. So the app, the eBay app, is just amazing for listing. And like I said, my default settings, I don't even need to type out an item description. And I think I mentioned it yesterday that the only time I even write anything out in the description is if there's defects on the card. Say there's a scratch on a prism card, or there's a crease that you may not see in the pictures. I try to let the pictures tell themselves, paint the picture themselves. But if there is some like creasing that, maybe somebody's just looking real fast, they're not looking closely at the pictures, even though it's there and it's obvious to the naked eye that you can see there's a crease on the card, people may not be paying attention. And I've learned, I work in logistics and communication is key, yet that's like the biggest fault of all of us, myself included, is lack of attention to details. Where one person is visual and they will see that crease, they won't read the item description. So seller A comes in, they see a 1967 tops, there's a crease at the top. They're looking at the picture. How are the corners? How is the centering? There's a crease at top. Doesn't even look at the item description. Does not even read the item description. Okay, I want this card. Click buy it now. Seller B comes along. Same exact card. Oh, hey, it's a 1967 tops John Johnson. I'm going to go read the item description. Oh, item, it's the generic, what I do, generic, no crease is mentioned. It just says item is acceptable. So, and that's what I do if there's a crease in like a vintage card. I just do acceptable. It's the lowest like grade eBay has. It's like acceptable, good, very good, like new and brand new. So they're by reading, they're going to click buy it now because there's no obvious defects to this card. Click buy it now. A couple days later, they get it in the mail. There's a crease at the top. You didn't say there was a crease in the item description, yet it was there clearly. So in some cases, if there's a defect, I will try to explain that out, even though it's visual and you can see in the picture, this card is beat up. They're going to go to the item description, not even look at the picture. They see the item title, see the item description, they read it. So you're going to have different buyers paying different attention to the listing. So the only time I do mess around with that item description is if there's a crease, if there's a scratch, if I know if it's a card that is attractive for graders like Zion Williamson, Ja Morant, these premium stock, I'm going to look, is there a defect that I can see? I'm not a grader. I don't know what to look for. And I tell people when they message me, when they ask all types of condition questions, I tell them it's priced raw. Now this is for buy it now. Auction's a little different. If it's a buy it now, I just say it's priced raw. I don't grade. If it's an auction, I'll be a little more descriptive. I will say, do you want more pictures? Let me know. I can put on other pictures, or I can, if there's bids, I have to message them and I can't revise the auction. But if it is an auction, I'll bend more than a buy it now. If it's a 99-cent card, and I was asked yesterday condition questions on a 99-cent card, I'm going to say it's priced raw. it's not, and sometimes I say it's not going to gem, even though I have no idea if it will gem or not. It's going to save me a headache down the road because I don't want a claim opened on a 99-cent card. Buyer beware. Where are we at? Let's see. So Herman says he's used both. Kid-free home for kin. Texas Card Dude says, I always fear that the card has a divot or ding corner in a return. That's a fear I have as well. But as I do more and more volume, it's less and less a factor. I did have a nightmare, not a nightmare. It was a block. It was an immediate block for the buyer. It was a Gary V card of a prospect, and he gets the card, sends me a message. He's like, I want to return this. There's a pinhole in the card. And I'm like, oh, shoot, I'm sorry. So I'm like, yeah. So I refunded or accepted the return. He sent the card back. And I looked at the card and I have no idea what he's talking about. And I look at the card again, no idea what he's talking about. I go back to the eBay message. He explains exactly where this pinhole is at. I look, I cannot see it. I message him, hey, I don't see this pinhole. He's like, oh yeah, you have to use a magnifying glass. So yeah, I get it. And I put that, I relisted it, I put it up. I think I sold it for like $1 less. And I said, there's a pinhole that you can see with a magnifying glass. It sold, positive feedback. We all lived happily ever after. And the initial buyer was blocked. Zach says, I just used my scanner to add card front and backs to TCDB. That may become a new fun thing to do. That's what I wanted to do at the beginning of the pandemic. And I actually did a lot of sorting early on. And using TCDB, I was putting up a lot of my Javier Baez collection on Trading Card Database. It is an awesome site, and eventually I will get on there. I say that every year, and every year goes by, and I have not just found the time that I want to spend over there. But yes, awesome site. Texas Card Dude says, who's your card? It has a scanner as well. I'm looking to get one or two. I've tried a scanner, seems slower. So as far as pictures, what I use, if it's 99-cent cards, if it's $5 cards, if it's lower dollar cards, I just take pictures with my phone. That's what makes it super fast, because everything's in the app, the eBay app. And you take pictures from the eBay app, just like, you can do on Twitter, choose the camera icon. So that's how I list and take pictures. Now, if it's Zion Williamson, John Morant, Jason Dominguez, it's chrome, like a higher dollar card, I have a shadow box, and you can buy them on Amazon for like 20, 25 bucks. They're awesome. They take great photos. So that's what I do on higher dollar cards where, they're going to go for higher money and people are going to be looking for any defects for grading. So I will use the light box, shadow box, whatever you call it. And they're super cheap, like 20 bucks on Amazon. They take awesome pictures for blogs, for social media as well. I actually bought a printer scanner combo a couple years ago. Never used it. I tried it out a couple times. Herman, I'm with you. It did seem a lot slower to me. So I did not use my scanner for any card related things. HP Office, dang, that is going on Twitter. I went cheap and built my own shadow box. Nice. Very cool. I am not handy, so I had to go to Amazon. So that's just some of the tips I have on how I reached the 50 eBay sales per day. Like I said, there's no magic key. Time, with the pandemic and not having anything going on. Now, if we were not quarantined, if there was no pandemic, would I be selling 50? Would I be making 50 sales per day? Absolutely not, because my time would be spent going out to eat, going out with friends, going to sporting events, going on vacation. I would not have the time to devote to 50 sales per day, but I do. So I want make this extra time worthwhile and beneficial. And so that extra time has allowed me to do it, along with a large amount of inventory. I can, like I said, I can pull out boxes and do that. Speed is a factor. Using the eBay app, taking photos from the app, boom, 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 listing very quickly. You can get good with practice, just keep doing it. And, early on, it was probably 2 minutes per listing for me, 2.5 minutes, obviously depending if I had to look at comps. But now I have that down to, a fast science, and pricing is key. Knowing what to sell and pricing it competitively and to where it's going to sell. So it's kind of like a perfect storm of all the events. The hobby right now is absolutely insane. So a lot of stuff is selling. Don't underestimate your Jamarcus Russells and your Tim Couches. And I've sold Greg Jeffries rookie cards. And just wanted to share some of those tips because a lot of people were asking. I think I've got 20 or 25 in the eBay store, and I probably have some more laying around. So that's all I had for today. eBay store link, 99centcards.com. You can also reach it at 1millioncubs.com, top of the page. Twitter is at 1millioncubs. Ken, Zach, Herman, Brad, awesome. Thanks for tuning in. By the way, here's a little cross promotion. I believe Brad, Texas Card Dude, is going to be doing a YouTube show starting today. So check that out, Texas Card Dude on YouTube. And he'll be joining Herman, who is 3B Collection, on 3B Collection's channel tonight. And I think they're at 7 p.m. Central Time. So check those shows out, Texas Card Dude on YouTube and 3B Collection on YouTube. Have a great Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow.